begin.
Good evening, Dracula.
Good evening.
I feel like my camera got a little darker there for some reason. Good evening, Dracula. It's a pleasure to be with you here tonight in this intimate setting. After
That. You know, it's like we rarely get to do the Gnsonic. We've talked about it many times, like, you know, GN after dark, GN, I don't know, you know, it's just like, it's kind of a different, you know, it's a different, totally different vibe, you know,
like you know, we got GMSONIC. This is almost like GM Shadow, you know what I mean? As a Sonic the Hedgehog as opposed to Shadow the Hedgehog. We are the darker version right now.
Yeah, this is the dark side.
Now, this isn't standard for us. We we put out a message, but I want to say it verbally, Dracula. StreamYard screwed the pooch, dude. They screwed us. Hardcore.
StreamYard's
bad style.
StreamYard's on notice right now. Yeah, so if you were watching this morning, thanks for coming back. But yeah, basically we got the stream rolling and nobody could hear us. And
we had an esteemed guest waiting.
Yeah, we had a guest waiting. Yeah, we had a guy from Stablejack waiting. We had this whole thing going on. And as we were starting to figure it out, like in like the dashboard for the streaming stuff, they put a little banner up that said like, you know, audio is basically not working right now. So
Operation Choke Point 3.0. That's what we just experienced.
And I'm guessing everybody can hear now because otherwise we would be flooded with comments like we were earlier. So I think they can hear us this time.
I sure hope so. There's a lot fewer people tonight, but that, you know what, that's fine because it's more intimate, you know?
Yeah, you know, it's not too bad though. I mean, you know,
I know if anyone's got us, it's Disco Chuck. If we don't have any sound, I'm counting on Disco Chuck to tell us that, you know.
Yeah, Disco Chuck needs to start transcribing if there's no sound. Start typing.
Yeah, dude. You're a party member.
But yeah, man, I'm glad we ended up hopping on tonight. A lot going on today. And then also, you know, we had a guest this morning, which, you know, we're going to have to reschedule a Stablejack. But we really wanted to still come on tonight because we've been sitting on this Fate Adventure gameplay video. And it was like, man, like we were really excited to show that. There was a lot of people watching, wanted to see it earlier. So we do have that. And on top of that, we have some whitelist spots to give away. That's about to go down. So yeah,
we're giving away a Fate Adventures whitelist spot. Top 10 comments on this video. I wanted to say on these fight adventures, but
Poison Up says sound is all good. So I think we're doing okay then, right?
Yeah. All right. Finally, thank God. If I don't have sound, what do I have? I got all the, you know, the voice and the mustache, baby.
That's right. You always got that. I mean, they should have just, you know, watched and been happy that they could even just look that they could like look at you. They should have been happy.
Yeah.
I think,
you know, I'm not that level of fame yet. Just, you know, maybe another 10, 12 subscribers. I think we'll get to that point.
No, I saw Corval at Consensus and he was like having to get like taken out in like tunnels and like back rooms. Like dude was like getting recognized everywhere.
Do you remember that guy at Consensus? You must have. You might not have seen him because I don't know what he actually was doing. It seemed like every time I saw him, he was just doing like a loop around the inside of the building and then he would leave. But he had 2 bodyguards and he wore a golden mask and a big gold chain of his head.
I did see that guy, and
some meme coin I've never heard of and don't remember. So terrible marketing, buddy.
Yeah, I do remember that guy. But yeah, I guess we're gonna get into it. You know, just looking at charts. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 other things that happened today, and we're gonna have to get to that. But we'll do a little chart check-in, just like real fast. Yeah, Bitcoin, just as we've been discussing, losing a little steam here. Nothing wrong with that. This is the weekly. I mean, we're still way above alpha trend. We're still way above the Ichi cloud. The Ichi twist is still green, which means we got a ways to go. We're hopefully staying green. Alligator is wide open, which means, you know, lots of volatility. So I think we're getting to that point that we've discussed, right? Where, you know, we're getting to that point where we discussed where like I think Bitcoin is starting to settle a little bit for the time being. And I think we're like on the way to that glorious alt season. With, you know, we're just in time for Sonic. You know, we're gonna pull up Fantom real fast.
So would you say this like we're entering like a consolidation type zone here, or that volatility looks a little too high? Maybe we might see some snapping around.
I think like because the Bitcoin chart we look at is the weekly. I think even though you were seeing like the alligator is still pretty wide. I think based on like looking at the last few candles, I think we're more so seeing it start to settle. And I think with that will come like some consolidation. And like I said, that's what we want. You got to let Bitcoin do its thing, start to chill out. And then once it settles and starts going sideways and has that new range, then everyone else gets to, catch up.
Yeah.
So
Ethereum, baby, come on. Can't hold 4 Gs. Bitcoin's capturing 100K.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, since we're talking about Bitcoin settling and everything else, I kind of want to just see if I can pull up that dominance chart real fast, because truly I'm wondering if Bitcoin dominance has like dipped more since last week.
57% looks like it recovered a little bit.
So we came down about 55. We moved back up a little bit, which, if you look at the Fantom chart, that's pretty much what you saw, right? This is the Fantom daily, and we were just climbing. Bitcoin dominance dropped, then Bitcoin dominance recovered, and boom, gigantic red candle. We had our monthly it's over session. Everybody was mad at the beginning of the week. Everybody, or like end of last week, everybody was saying, they need a release date. People are selling, people are getting out of Fantom, people are tired of not knowing when Sonic is coming. And I could see both sides of the argument to why you would maybe want to say, hey, it's December, but we can't really say exactly when. There is the old buy the rumor, sell the news analogy. So I think it was an interesting, it's been an interesting way to go at it. But
I'm curious though, Dracula, do you think that's true? Do you think they need to give a release date? They needed to give a release date to get some of this hype on? Or see, my thing is the people who already know, bro. Okay. Look, the builders, they already know. Okay. For the most part, I guess, maybe. I'm assuming they haven't told me, but what do you need to pump tomorrow for, bro? It's coming. Okay. Calm down.
I think that's like also where some good news comes in is we kind of almost have that. We have it confirmed. Sonic is next week. It's next week. I mean, it says it here. Open to the public next week. Today is Tuesday. So, we still don't know exactly what day next week, but we're starting to narrow it down a little bit, right?
Wow. Look, okay, I'll just say this here. In my betting pool from when we took bets on this, Funeral might be winning this, dude. Okay, if it's at the very beginning of the week, Funeral might win this.
So what was Funeral's?
No, wait, not at all, actually. Funeral, you're going to be out of this, dude. You're dead, dude. All right? It's your funeral, buddy. No, Fallout Zone, December 16th, he says. So if it lands in the middle of the week, at the beginning of the week, Fallout Zone. If it lands at the end of the week, Z29X.
And nobody wins anything for this except for a pat on the back, I guess. We should have wagered something on it.
No, there's going to be a prize. I had a prize picked out already, but it's going to be a surprise.
Okay. Well, that works out. But yeah, like I said, I know I get it, it was getting a little frustrating. It's like I said, I kind of think it goes a little bit both ways to say, we're not going to tell you when, but also there is something to be said about like the way the hype could maybe build, at least being like, it's on this day at this time, but either way, it's coming. I mean, it's here. So worst case scenario, one more week, but I would imagine, I'd imagine if they're saying next week, it's not going to be like next Sunday or something. Hopefully not, but
yeah, like just stretching it out as much as possible.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, huge news. Finally, and this was on the tail end of a viral, they had put out a post saying that what's her name? Irene
Zhao?
Yeah, this is on the heels of them saying just kidding about Irene Zhao. They had a post that said Irene Zhao was like working for Sonic, and it was a whole ordeal. People were freaking out.
What's the drama here, dude?
I
Irene
don't
Zhao's
really.
notorious. I
I don't
believe
know a
I've
lot of.
heard her name before.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about her. I just know that, she's like she like kind of shills stuff. She's had some meme projects. She's raised a bunch of money for other projects. I can't comment on the nature of those because, like I said, I don't really know much about what she does. But I know, I guess, on that side of crypto Twitter, I think she's like a little more controversial. If you're looking at more of like the Asia Eastern market. So a lot of people were losing their minds. So they very quickly said, okay, guys, we're just kidding. And we're going to throw you a bone, hopefully make you like less upset. So hey, at least we got that from it, right? That they were like, okay, guys, we're just kidding. And Sonic is coming next week. We promise.
Do you think they were really kidding? Or do you think they had to have a hard conversation with Irene afterwards?
I don't know. I guess that's
like, look,
that's part of it.
You're a beautiful influencer with plenty of followers. I'm sure you'll do great out there.
Yeah, I tend to lean towards it was just kind of like a marketing, just kind of like a joke. And I mean, to me, it would make sense if that was even planned as far as like being like, hey, we're going to put this tweet out and everyone's going to freak out. And then we're going to delete it and say, hey, now that we got your attention, Sonic's coming next week. That's what I'm going to tell myself it was. Yeah,
if
hopefully.
That's the direction Sonic's going. I like it, dude. I like it.
I mean, I thought it was good. Yeah. I mean, it's like, and as you see here, I mean, you see Fantom go, or Sonic Goat, I guess now, he's saying, hey, this is like way better than like the AVAX Nick thing that happened like a week ago, which was also obviously a stunt. So where they, removed Nick from the Avalanche yacht or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's good all around, whether you were a fan of the stunt or not. I mean, hey, at least we got a little bit of clarity.
Yeah.
And I mean, the next thing they covered though, which kind of nice actually, that this came out like 2 or 3 hours ago, right? Because we didn't have this morning. So at least we got something a little exclusive for coming on at night.
Yeah.
But they kind of give some more details on Sonic Gateway, and the main thing they touch on here is something called Fastlane, which, if you know anything about Sonic Gateway, it's already one thing that's been like really impressive about it is that it's a native L2 asset bridge. But if you've ever bridged to any of these L2s using their native bridge, then you know that it takes a long time to get your stuff there. And then usually you got to wait like 5 to 7 days to get your Ethereum out.
Yep.
So that's been a huge deal about Gateway already, that apparently they have been saying that the max you will have to wait to get off, Sonic to Ethereum is 1 hour, which is crazy.
That's pretty good.
So this Fastlane thing is probably about what you think. What they're saying here is that the way the bridge will usually work is every 10 minutes, they're going to like bundle all the assets that are waiting the bridge, which is really smart. So every 10 minutes, Ethereum to Sonic, right? So anybody that's trying to go from Ethereum to Sonic, you're kind of like in a queue, they're like squeezing you in onto a plane and blasting you off. So every 10 minutes from Ethereum to Sonic. And then, like I said, every hour, Sonic to Ethereum, which is super impressive for, native assets moving around. So they call these heartbeats. So like every little, every 10-minute thing, every 1 hour thing, those are called heartbeats. So like I said, Fastlane's about what you expect. It's that if you want to, pretty much have an instant transfer, you pay a little extra, which isn't too unusual. I mean, you have like Squid Router does that, Layer Zero does that. But the cool thing about this is that I'm not going to go as far as saying it's gamified, because it's not really like this is a game. But I think it's kind of like a nice little perk that basically, if you pay extra for your stuff to go like Fastlane instant transfer, everybody that's currently waiting, they go ahead and shoot those assets with yours, since it's like a transaction that's moving all the assets. So you're kind of like doing a nice little, you're getting your stuff instantly. And if there's a bunch of people waiting, for the next hourly
Yeah.
Sonic to Ethereum ride, they're getting their stuff a little faster. So
This makes a lot of sense. It's like bundling the transactions. Like if you're imagining like a bus driver or whatever, you want to make sure that it's like cost efficient and also on a schedule at least, so that no one's just stuck waiting an undue amount of time. And then if someone wants to bribe the bus driver to take off early, you can. So
yeah,
I think
you
it's
slip
pretty
them,
cool.
you slip them a 50 and you say, let me off at the mall instead of taking me to my house stop or whatever that is. Cause you're like 10 years old and you're skipping school. And, I'm just making it very specific. It definitely didn't happen to me when I was a child.
I wish I could have done that as a kid.
But,
My school bus driver sucked, dude.
but no, like I was kind of curious about like some more of like the mechanics with the gateway. So
Me too. I'm curious as to how it is so much faster. Like, what is it actually doing with the assets to keep them, native and with that speed?
yeah. I mean, and I'm assuming as we get closer, I'm always saying as we get closer to Sonic, but Sonic's here. I'm guessing
Maybe Andre learned his lesson, dude, and he's gonna not ever reveal it. He's gonna be like,
like I would like to kind of know like what's the secret sauce in there that they're able to like bypass these like things that people usually have to do.
Mm-hmm. They've hacked the blockchain.
Yeah, so that's cool shit. I mean,
mm-hmm.
you're able to move native assets way fast. And bro, like I'll tell you this, there's few things worse than I've had this happen 2 or 3 times. Like when Arbitrum was new, when Optimism was new, it was like on both of those chains, I had moments where it was super early and there wasn't like a, Squid Router Layer 0 whatever connection yet. And I would bridge and people don't really care to tell you that it's going to take 7 days when you're using so like on Arbitrum and Optimism, I had moments where Arbitrum was a really bad moment. I was trying to like very quickly get some Ethereum somewhere to buy something. And I'm like, where is my Ethereum? Where is it? And then I realize it's going to be 7 days. Like that's insane, dude.
Yeah, it is a really long time. I had a huge chunk of money. I was so scared because I had it sitting in that. So I think the UI is a lot better now for these, but it's still like better in the sense that it tells you that it's going to take 7 days, and it gives you like it gives you like a calendar link, because it's not even like it's going to appear in your wallet. You need to claim it. So you need to come back, and do it. So like, God help you if you're trying to like actually be fast here.
Dude, like
might as well send a fucking wire through the bank.
Yeah, like the Arbitrum one, I remember it just looked like a very bare bones. It had like a Uniswap V2 swap interface, like barely any text on it. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Base, I'm still kind of like thinking about how crazy it was that when Base launched. I mean, this is Coinbase's L2. When Base launched, it was like they had a like hyperlink in their like documents that were like, you can go to this bridge like if you want to. I mean, I don't know, it might work. And like it was the sketchiest fucking bridge. And I'm like, that's what you were having people do like when the chain first opened up. So obviously with Fantom, with the things they've had in the past, like multi-chain and everything else, obviously like a secure, like well operating bridge had to be like number one priority.
Well, I mean, and like you're saying with these day one experiences with these new chains, even one as well capitalized as Base, takes a long time to get there, right? And Base did blow up, but it did take a little bit of time, right? I know when Base first launched, I also tried to bridge, and I was like, this is too sketchy. And I'm kind of dumb, so I'm like, I don't want to just go into this, so I'm going to ask some people. And I was like, this is too much fucking work. I'll just do it.
Dude, it was so sketchy. It was like crazy that it was just like, here's this link. It's like linking to like a fucking Vercel website or something. Like, bridge $1 million right here. No big deal.
Yeah. But with Gateway being live immediately, I mean, dude, like talking about making things as simple as possible and as fast as possible, right? To get money into the ecosystem is going to be huge.
Yeah. And I just think that, it's definitely just the right way to approach this, having like some really good like infra stuff, like, I mean, I'm just thinking about other things like Canto. Dude, Canto was insane at launch. They didn't have like a real block explorer. Like Same thing with the bridging situation. It was like the only bridge was like one of those, like, what is that protocol? Like the elk protocol, like a really old bridge. Like I think elk dates multi-chain even. Like it's like a really old bridge was the only way to get to Cano. They didn't even have an explorer. So
Wow.
I like seeing that, they've really put like an emphasis on bridging, which, when you're thinking about it, why wouldn't you? But also, they got like a proprietary, like testnet scan up right now, which is nice to see that, they give a shit about testnet from like a developer standpoint. It sucks when you're trying to build something and they just don't care about like their testnet infra at all. And don't quote me on this, but I think they might have shelled out the big bucks to get the Etherscan fork.
The Holy Grail.
I got, like I said, I don't quote me on that, but I think I may have even heard rumblings that they're going to have like a really, sick block explorer, which, like I said, that's just another thing that you don't realize how much of a pain in the ass it is until you're operating without one. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you're operating on a chain that's got, I mean, like messing around on Solana a little bit, their explorer is like,
yeah, the world famous Solana Explorer, where like you can't read like anything.
It's like insane. It's designed to, because they hate you. You know what I mean? It's like they don't want you to use it. It's so annoying.
But yeah, so Sonic next week, little gateway tidbit right here. It's all coming together. I did want to touch on probably more of like a public service announcement more than like a, I was discussing on the stream last week. You were out that day, but kind of discussing some of like the plans of some of the projects to migrate. Mm-hmm. And Equalizer dropped a really big, important update. Mm-hmm. So basically, there is voting this week. It's the final epoch, basically, for voting on Fantom. They have their own like migration system set up. So if you have equal, V equal, or LP, you can get started on your migration. But the thing I wanted to touch on is it says the migration deadline is basically Sunday.
Oh, yeah. It's important.
So, yeah. So if you're watching this and you haven't heard about this yet, if you obviously like equal became like the cornerstone of the network during the bear market. If you're using Fantom, I think it's probably next to impossible that you don't use Equalizer in some capacity. Maybe it is possible, but I would be surprised. So make sure you read that thread. Make sure you're migrated by the 15th, because they're going like with a very like, and it makes sense. I mean, migrations, I was talking to someone about this today. Migrations aren't fun for anybody. And everybody kind of has their own like concepts on like what makes sense, what doesn't. So I'm not going to like sit here and say that there's like a wrong way or a right way, because like I said, it's not easy for anybody. I think an Equalizer's approach is more of like, they're saying like, hey, day one, we are a Sonic protocol. And like I said, that approach, it makes sense. So, I know some protocols, like I think like Beethoven's doing like the layer 0 thing. So, I mean, I know Brush is. So
there's some definite advantages to doing that because, I mean, obviously because Equal's got this kind of dominant position on Fantom right now. Like you're saying, everyone uses it. It's pretty much the cornerstone of swapping on Fantom at the moment. They want to preserve that first mover advantage on Sonic, right? So like any kind of delay on Fantom, there's a lot of dexes launching on Sonic. So they got to be at the forefront if they want to kind of maintain that competitive advantage. But yeah, so be sure to check out this. I saw some people in a couple Telegram chats getting kind of mad, kind of salty about it, but this is business, baby. Okay.
In fact, I'm going to like post this real fast, like in the YouTube chat and the X chat, just so people, because yeah, I mean, like I said, I would hate to hear, about somebody like losing their whole bag or whatever.
Yeah, my $100,000 locked the equal position.
Yeah, so be sure to check that article, because this is also new as well. I think this was posted like last night, so pretty sharp window, like 5 days. So yep, you got equal, V equal, or they're even letting you like migrate LP tokens. Get on that.
I know I definitely have to. Got to be moving Sonic fast if you want to keep up, buddy.
And before we get into the Fate Adventure stuff, you kind of brought this up earlier, and I hadn't really read up on it yet, but it's actually pretty interesting. You know, Google had this like insane leap in their quantum computing. So, of course, one of the first things people start thinking about is like, oh, like, can we like crack people's private keys on their wallets and that kind of stuff? So pretty interesting though. You know, a lot of the takes I've seen online were very much people being like, it's over. Like, you know, they're going to be able to like hack all the private keys and all the everything else. But really, this article kind of like reassures a little bit that basically what they could crack would be something like P2PK keys, which are like kind of like the original crypto keys. So, I mean, you know, we were talking like 14, 15 years old, which happens to be what Satoshi's wallet has. And the claim is that, you know, this type of quantum computing could eventually probably crack those kind of keys.
Yeah,
So nothing to worry about really for people that have been like, you know, very much with like the tinfoil hat, like, you know, crypto's finished, you know, where they're going to like have everybody's keys, you know.
I saw another article about this where it's also like the threat to cracking those isn't like imminent. It's not like this processor is explicitly capable of that in a reasonable time frame. It's more that the leap in progress from the previous chip to this one is so big that it's like, well, another leap like this would put it like right there. So it makes like the arms race kind of thing of it a little bit scary. But they propose they've got solutions for this already.
And I think I think arms race was actually like something that they got like a soundbite from Emin from Avalanche, and it was kind of like, yeah, this would like create an arms race for, you know, being able to like crack these kind of keys. What does Benny say here? Quantum computing starts undermining encryption. Crypto is the least of our worries. That has also been floating around for years. It's going to be a while.
Yeah, I mean, because again, crypto would probably be the least of our worries in that literally everything would be, you know, publicly accessible or accessible by actors willing to access them.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, interesting, but that was kind of reassuring because you know how it is on the timeline. It's like instantly.
Vitalik said the one bullish thing he's said in the last 6 months, you know, he said that we could upgrade Ethereum to be fine.
Yeah, and I mean, like Emin's quote's really funny because he's like, if they do crack it, just move your funds to a different wallet, problem solved. So, like, but like Benny said, you know, truly your MetaMask is probably going to be the least of everyone's worries if that happens. We'll probably be more like in a Skynet kind of scenario. So.
Yeah. It'll be like, you know, North Korea hacking our like reactors and blowing them all up.
Yeah. I think it's probably accurate that we'll probably have much bigger problems than, you know,
my Fortnite skins being stolen.
My V-Bucks.
All my V-Bucks and Roblox.
And so yeah, if you were watching earlier, we kind of saved it for the end because it's a pretty lengthy clip.
Oh yeah.
But this is Jojo from Fade Adventure. Sharing a ton of gameplay, sharing a lot of stuff, a lot of the mechanics, a lot of the menus, you know, it's a really comprehensive look. And I do have to say that, honestly, I said this with the teaser we got like a week ago, but I am impressed that, I mean, when you watch this, it's like, yeah, this is like a real game, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like I said, this isn't like, you know, oh, this is dice flip on blockchain, you know what I mean? Like this is like some real gaming shit. So love to see it. So we're gonna go ahead and play this. Like we said at the top of the show, make sure you leave a comment on this stream because we got 10 whitelist spots to hand out.
Yep, that's right. We got 10 whitelist spots to hand out. So comment on the YouTube video or the tweets itself. Please not in chat because I can't just pull those back up as easily.
Yeah, make sure you leave a comment, whether it's YouTube or X. We'll find it.
And then you too can chase your fate in a grand adventure, dude. I'm excited. I'm excited to see this. I hear they put Pokemon on the blockchain. So
it's about time somebody did that, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's a no-brainer.
Well, we're gonna play this. We'll hop back on after, but yeah. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this, so if you have been, enjoy.
Hi everyone, I'm Jojo. Many people has been asking, can we play Fate Adventure on our phones? The answer is yes. So our game works on WebGL, so any browser that supports WebGL, including Chrome, can play it. So you also don't need a wallet browser like MetaMask because we use a cloud abstraction. So it is very easy to start playing. Let me show you how it works on my phone. I'm actually using Samsung S33 and Android 14. I will play through the game throughout my phone browser, and it loads actually quite fast, and it's run at 60 FPS because our game has been optimized for mobile phone as well. And you can see the game runs smoothly. This is the same on desktop and mobile. So basically the tutorial will guide you through everything. The first one will be the gacha, and then of course it is an RPG game and there is a lot of stories, and well, you can see this is the conversation with Andre. And he will guide you through all the tutorial, and he is asking you to talk with the Kappa AI, and she will guide you at the beginning. So there is a tutorial system, and you can get your first link by signing one contract with the Kappa AI. And then everything is working on the account abstraction, and you can notice that it is very fast on Sonic, and the transaction is like within a seconds, like you can get the result. And select your first link, and let's follow the guide's arrow and feed it with the food. Alright, and you get the result pretty fast as well. And this is fully on-chain game. It means that all your action and functions, the core game logic, is happening on the blockchains. So after feeding it, you want to go to training, and let's go to the training ground guided by the arrows over there. And you can see I start to train my links. This is training the attack, so I have it attack I have my Yeobling attack the sandbox, and then go to the classroom to learn about the knowledge of battle, and then to increase the intelligence. The intelligence will help the links use the skill more frequently, and then the waterfall and duel over the waterfall will increase the hit point. And then this one is to increase the defense by enduring the hammer smack. The last one is to train the speed of the links. It means that how frequent your links will use their attacks during a battle. And when you spend enough time training and feeding your links, and they will evolve. So the evolve is non-linear. It totally depends on how you train it and how you feed it. In different sequence, different scenario, it will evolve in the different links. Depends on the trainer as well. Now we need to go out from the Sinus temples and to the first map, the mysterious jungle. And then, yeah, Michael asked us to set the party first, so let's proceed to setting the party. This is setting the first party. We have our U-horn on the leader spot, and in the town, which is in the Sinus campus. In the Sinus campus, you're only able to feed. And when you go out, do a change into the party and start the battle. When you encounter the wildlings, and it will start the battle. So the battle happened on real time on Jin as well. And you can see it's pretty fast. You won't notice that it is fully on Jane game if I didn't tell you, right? So, yep, victory, and you won the first match. And let's explore a little bit. So of course this is a demo, that's why there is not much crash on it. It's mainly to test the core mechanism of the game. And let's see this Leviathan. It is a strong links, of course, perfect stage, fighting my Yuhon major stage, so I think that should have no match with it. Alright, let's escape the losing battle, and yeah, we just need to train more and feed more. So if you want to play like an apps on your phone, we also implemented the PWA, so you can install it from your browser by going to the option and then press install, and tada, it becomes an apps. You can play like an apps. So yeah, it's just like the normal apps on your phone. You can display like a phone, like an apps. Yeah, you can run around just like exactly similar like it's running on the browser. So the next thing I want to talk about is shining links. So this is the shining links. Every link has a chance to evolve into a shining links, and it is very, very rare. Having higher gene strength can increase the chance to get shining links. So you want to have duplicates trainers, which will increase the gene strength to get to have higher chance to get shining links. So they have slightly better stats compared to the normal links and meant for very, very late game. And some people is asking about mixed gene. So what is mixed gene? So you can see over here. So this is cool trainers. So if you mix different trainer, it means that having one trainer train at certain stage and having another trainer train in another stage will have it evolve into a different links. So the evolution is actually non-linear. So there are total of 100 unique links and another 100 of unique shining links, so to make up a total of 200 links in season 1. So this is Penguin Gene, and you can see there's 0 damages because that we haven't filled out the stats yet because we are still doing some balancing tuning. Another cool features worth the mention is the PvP. I call it rank PvP, and you can see over here it gives you 5 links to fight, and you can choose one of it, and you can choose that because this is a greater account that is overpowered, that choose some truly basic links so that we can like finish the match in one shot. So you can see when you go into the PvP, you will fight the opponent's defending team, and you can actually see what is the opponent's avatar as well eventually if they have some cool avatars and outfit for their trainers. And whoa, I win the game and win the PvP. So you can see in the PvP there is defending teams. So this is my defending teams, and I could like assign cool defending teams to defend my rank, and everything is happening on chain. And when others try to in my league try to attack me, I will have the defending team to prevent me losing the point. So you can see there's like gold, platinum league, and you can see the top rank for each league. Right now I'm in the silver leagues, and yeah, you can see every players in the leagues. Another features that I like the most is the outfit system. So there is like 168 different outfit. So currently it's 168 unique outfit, and you can actually having 400,000 combination of them. But the outfit itself haven't considered the headgear and the aerobots. So how about we get like the white color? Let's choose some bunny outfit. Let's wear the bunny hat, and yeah, you can see the magician hat and the poo-poo hat as well. Alright, let's wear the bunny hat and choose Aura, my favorite aerobot. After you equip, and yeah, the outfit will be there, like, and it's all NFT ERC 1155, and it's on chain. You can trade your outfits and got it from the game content for free. Of course, there will be limited outfit as well if you join the events that hosted by Fate Avenger. So let's change into a magician outfit that I like the most as well. Let's have a little bit purplish, and let's get a blue words, and yeah, that looks nice, right? Yeah, that is my another favorite combination. So you can have all these outfits trade with others in the NFT marketplace. We are targeting the lazy on pin swap. Alright, having our team leader's clue wearing the panda hat. Isn't it cute? I like it very much though. Okay, next I want to talk about our in-house account abstraction. So you can see over here, there's an Avenger wallet and there's an authenticating wallet. So the Avenger wallet is actually Web2 wallet, and the authenticating wallet is actually Web3 wallet. Web3 wallet means that your personal wallet can be used as authentications. So you can play with Web2 wallets and having all your assets in the Web3 wallets. And you can export the Web2 wallets as well. You can change the Avenger wallets and change the authenticating wallets anytime. And yeah, you can get the address to reload your gas. There's many ways, whether get it from faucet or transact. And you can also export all your progress to the other account as well. And finally, I want to mention about the FA public sales is going to happen soon, very soon. And so following us closely in Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. We will make important announcement over there. Alright, thank you for having time with me. Bye.
Wow. You are muted, by the way. But find me a better looking blockchain game. Guarantee you can't, dude. On mobile, okay? Look, this is going to blow up the Asian markets, dude.
I mean, like I said, it's dense. I mean, it's crazy. The amount of time they must have put into this. Just truly, yeah. I mean, great job, everybody. Looking forward to it. The account abstraction, I think, is brilliant. It's, that's where gaming needs to go, is, that you play and it feels like you're playing a video game. I mean, kind of, it's kind of like the same thing people have said about blockchain stuff, or like networks or whatever. It's like, you're not going to have real adoption until people can just do what they want to do like normal and not have to, make approvals and confirmations and whatever every 30 seconds. So yeah, this is super impressive. Stoked for it. As you saw, there were some details about the sale coming up. Hopefully, if you want to get in on that whitelist, like I said, leave a comment on this stream or on the YouTube, leave an actual comment on the post, not, in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, glad we hopped on, man. This was
late night Sonic sesh.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be back at it again on Friday. Normally scheduled time, normally scheduled broadcast. Hopefully we get a guest back in. We want to get some more people in here, particularly as we approach Sonic's launch. So if you've got a project going on Sonic, buddy, holler at your boy and come on the stream. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
that's all I'll say.
we're getting a lot of people getting in touch. So I think once Sonic gets here, I think everyone's going to enjoy it. We're just, we're already getting a lot of projects wanting to come on here. So we'll try to cover as much as we can around the eco. I think it's going to be an exciting time. And yeah, hopefully we'll get Stablejack back here because they're coming to Sonic, and they actually started, or I don't know if they started on Avalanche, but that's where I've used them before. And it's actually a pretty cool project. Has to do with like collateralized like stable coins, but they also have these like volatility tokens that are kind of like holding a token with leverage without having to actually do anything.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll get them back here, and we will see you guys hopefully on Friday. And get ready, we're almost there, guys.
Get ready, migrators. Be ready to migrate. Be ready for Sonic season to fully begin.
Get your Fantom ready. Get your stables ready. Get your meme tokens migrated. It's time.
It's time, fellas. Well, you all have a good night. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.